viewers, I am Sarah B, and you're tuning into Just Be Tarot. Thank you for hanging out with me, and thank you for your awesome energy. Today I am doing a general reading with channeled messages. I've been hearing Spirit all week, giving me downloads for different messages to share with you. So I'm going to start there. All right, so the first thing I heard at the end of last week was the year 1984, or the numbers in that order. Maybe you were born on July 9th, 1984. But it's 1984. So if that means something to you, or if you're born in the year 1984, this may have something to do with you. Or if you were born on July 9th, 1984, or that number means something to you in that order. Maybe it's a house number I just heard. Could be a house number or residence of some kind. I also heard the month July. So something that you've been manifesting or have been looking forward to may be happening in July. This might also be a birthday month, or a time when a baby's due, or something along those lines. But something big and important to you is going to be happening in July, or something that you've been manifesting or hoping for. There's going to be big changes, though, in July of this year. I also heard the number 72. So your birthday could also be July 2nd. That could be maybe the big, excuse me, the big thing that's going to happen. Could be your birthday. Maybe you're born in 1972. Maybe you're the age 72, or you have somebody in your life whose age is 72. Maybe it's a sign that you need to reach out to them. Maybe they've been wondering about you. So yeah, that was another thing. I also got a vision when I was meditating of a spider. It was a large spider. Now, when I researched what spiders mean in spirituality or meditation, it talked about being interconnected, or something being fated. So this, whatever goes on in July, could be this fated thing that's going to happen. It was talking about destiny, something being fated. Now, when I was meditating, I also heard that it had a lot to do with building and destroying. Like a spider creates its web, as I saw in my meditation, is creating its web, but it'll take it down within hours. So it's like a creative process, and then an ending, like a letting go very quickly. But then they don't stop. They do the same thing the next day. And it's, they're very patient and pursuant of this. So, like I said, this might all have something to do with whatever you've been manifesting. And like I said, July was really coming in big too. So patience and persistence, being creative. I also heard being creative with textiles. Maybe you are sewing, like maybe you're trying to create and design something, and then you are realizing that's not how you wanted it, and then you have to destroy it or take it apart and then build it again, and you're trying to get that perfect piece of art or perfect piece of work that you've been longing for, or that you've been trying to pursue for so long. But yeah, this is a definitely, like I said, not just the creative and destructive, but also the interconnected, the fated, the destiny is what I researched. But what I heard was the patience and the persistence and the creativity and the creative and destructive aspect of it. I also heard the phrase spinning the facts to fit their story. So there might be somebody who, and I tell you all the time, you can't trust everybody in your circle. If you have goals or aspirations, sometimes it's best to keep them to yourself so nobody ruins those goals or aspirations. Or if you have been thinking about doing something or thinking about changing something, then this might be a time to just keep that under wraps until it's something that you can show the finished product. So somebody, like I said, somebody is trying to destroy it because I feel like somebody is surrounding your energy that can't be trusted, isn't trustworthy, or not trustworthy enough. This person might be also wanting to sway your ideas or decisions. So they might be, chirping in your ear about how they want things to go and not really taking into considerations your dreams. So that's something to think about. It could also be somebody at work trying to gain something from your strengths, taking the credit. Or this could be somebody who maybe if you made a mistake or if they made a mistake, they're going to spin it so it looks like you're the one at fault. So just look out for that energy, and know that, you can't trust everybody. I'd hate to see you guys get screwed over. And finally, I heard the letter J. Now, I heard J. This could be the word or the name J. This could mean, this could stand for Jason. But I definitely was J. I can't be sure of, if it was Jason or Jay, the name, but, or maybe your name starts with a J. It could be any name, Justin, Jimmy. So, this reading might have something to do with you, or these, channel messages may have something to do with you if any of them resonate. So let's move on to tarot now that I have given you all the messages that I got this week from Spirit. I didn't get any songs this week. I feel like Spirit might have been like, well, you made fun of me for the songs I'm giving you, and I'm not making fun. I'm just like not used to those songs. So hopefully I'll hear something this week, and it keeps things interesting. I think. So I am shuffling for the overall energy for this channeled reading for our viewers. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. And if it doesn't resonate this week, it may next week, so come on back. Don't forget to click on subscribe and like this video. I hope you might be able to hear those sirens. I hope they're not bothering you. The windows are open. It happens to be a beautiful day where I am. Beautiful evening, I should say. But yeah, this reading is timeless, so try to catch it at any time. It is time you're drawn to it. It was meant for you. All right, Spirit, what do we have for our viewers? I'm not getting Spirit. It's probably not paying attention, I heard. I'm sorry. Spirit, what does the collective need to know for their greatest good? What does the collective need to know for their greatest good for this reading? Thank you. Hostilities. So it's kind of like what I had said to you about this. There is somebody who is spinning something, or somebody, I just feel like there's somebody who is, or it could be you. Maybe you're trying to, I don't want to say sabotage, that's not the right word, but trying to manipulate somebody's course. You might have resentful feelings towards somebody that you need to work out. if you're friendly with them, maybe you want to hash out some feelings that you have. Maybe you need to end a relationship with somebody, or a partnership if it's business oriented. I was guided to point out this sword. Swords mean messages. They also mean clarity. So you might be trying to gain clarity on a situation, or looking for a message or a text message from somebody who hasn't been reaching out. I also am hearing that you're trying to change. You're trying to make yourself more vulnerable and more out there, so people can feel, so you can feel more empathy for people, or put yourself in other people's shoes, is what I just heard. Maybe you're trying to connect with somebody specific, and you're trying to be less defensive, or be less protective of your heart. You're trying to think more with your heart than with your head. You're trying to unmask everything, so you can put yourself out there more. All right, so I was told that was it for the overall energy. Usually I try to take 2 cards, but I was heard that was it, and I'm supposed to move on. So here I am moving on as directed, right? Alright, Spirit, I am shuffling for the viewers for this reading. What do they need to know for their greatest good and overall energy, or their greatest good and for the good of others? Alright, Spirit, thank you. Thank you. A couple more cards, please, Spirit. Thank you for the clear messages. Thank you. Clear messages, Spirit. The viewers of this reading. What else do they need to know? Okay. So there's something that you feel is worth fighting for. I feel like you put a lot of time into a relationship or a project. This could be work related, if it's a project, or having to do with school. There's a big decision that you have to make regarding the situation, whether it be a relationship or a project or a work situation. There is, it's time for you to make this decision, and to stop pushing it under the rug or trying to stall on it. It looks like you're not ready to give up on this situation, though. You're not ready to throw in the towel just yet. But you're also thinking, how many times can I say just one more time? This is a situation that you're choosing to stay in, even though you're honestly, what I'm hearing is you're unclear why. You're questioning a lot of things that may have happened in the past that led you to this situation or this energy. And things are becoming more clear to you about where you are right now, and how much you've grown as to where you were then. But you don't want to give up. Let's pull some more cards. See what else Spirit has to say for the... I have a couple more cards, Spirit. I'm seeing that you're finding yourself, you're defending yourself a lot. You're defending maybe the situation or the circumstance. It's like you're trying to make it look like you're winning. I feel like you're trying to make it look better than to outsiders than what it seems. Or there might be a person that you find yourself defending a lot, or taking a stance for, or sticking up for. You're finding yourself being defensive a lot. And you're being defensive because you, first of all, you believe in what you're saying, or you want to believe, but people are bringing things to you, circumstances, situations. Remember this time when that happened? That kind of stuff that you tend to forget, because you want to remember the positive things, and it's easier for third parties to remember the negative things. You know, and you might be the type of person who doesn't like confrontation. But this is something that you're defending. And you're choosing, like I said, to once again say one more time. And I'm saying that because I'm hearing that this is not the first time you've said one more time. You're tired. You're tired of... I heard the constant cleaning up. Like cleaning up after somebody, or defending them, or defending their honor, or it's not even them. It could be a situation or a circumstance. You're tired of going to battle for this person, their namesake, their credibility. Or, like I said, it doesn't even have to be a person. It could be your business. Spirit, what else? Thank you. You feel like you're carrying a heavy load. You feel like you're carrying a heavy load here. Spirit, let's clarify this Knight of Cups. What do you mean by this Knight of Cups energy, Spirit? The Ten of Wands. What do you mean by this Knight of Cups energy? With the Ten of Wands. Knight of Cups. Clarifying for the Knight of Cups. Clarifying for the Knight of Cups. Thank you. Okay, so you're holding on to something. Whatever it is, it's an immature energy. You know, if this is a person, they might be just have an immature energy. They might be acting like childish. If this is a company, this might be the first couple years it's in creation. So it might be, you know, you're just within the first few years of it. I just heard first few months even. But with this immaturity, you feel like you're carrying a lot of burden. It's like you feel like you're falling apart, is what I'm hearing. Or something is falling apart. Maybe mentally you feel like you're falling apart, or the relationship, or something is not going well with the company. Maybe you're not meeting dividends. But like I said, you're not willing to give up. We have this Four of Pentacles. You're holding on to it. You're not ready to let go. Even though you're completely overwhelmed, you're defending it with everything you have. Spirit, what else do we have? Can I have a couple more cards? Can I have a couple more cards before I move on? Anything else, Spirit? For these viewers? Ooh. Okay, yeah, there's an ending coming. There's an ending coming if you don't... There's an ending coming for some of you anyway. But what I'm hearing is... like, you have to take the lessons. There's growth that needs to be had. And it might not be you, it might be your partner, or vice versa. Maybe it's you that needs to grow into this position if it's work related. There's an end of a cycle coming. This could also mean maybe you are getting a promotion and you're ending a cycle and starting a new cycle, or ending a job and starting a new job. But there's reflection that needs to happen. There's growth that needs to happen. There's introspection that needs to happen. After this is over, before you can move on to your new cycle. It's going to end, but your new cycle isn't going to begin right away. Because there's growing that you need to do. Something has to be done before you can move on to the next cycle. There's growth. So when you get the Hermit, it means that you're being introspective, you're learning, you're building coping mechanisms and skills, you're being reflective. How can you grow better as a person? And like I said, this could be your person could be somebody that has the immaturity with this King of Cups card. Maybe they need the growth. Or this could be you. But there needs to be growing before you can move on to the next cycle. Or they need to move on to the next cycle. Okay, so we're going to move on to our Oracle deck. Let's see. All right, Spirit. What is the concluding message that the viewers need to know for their greatest good for this reading? What do they need to know for their greatest good? Okay, so we have two that came out. We have New Moon, Beginnings. And then we have Moonstruck, Take a Breath. Okay, New Moon. There we go, I just passed it. Sorry, this is a new deck, so I'm going to read for you. New Moon. You might feel as though you've been wrestling with your current issues for far too long, but drawing this card suggests otherwise. In fact, the message of this card is that you're somehow at the start of a new cycle. With regard to life in general or any specific dilemma you're inquiring about. Either your story is just beginning or the situation you asked about is old, but you're starting a new chapter. This is a very positive card, and overall it suggests that you're headed in the right direction, but there are no guarantees that it's the direction you originally had in mind. Now is a time for courage and strength. You can make your dreams come true if you believe in them, and if they're what your higher self knows is best for you on your journey. Now is the time to make the effort towards whatever you want to achieve, knowing that you have the moon's support. Think about what you want to attract into your life and take steps towards that. The new moon is the start of the lunar cycle and brings with it fresh energy, embody courage and strength, and you'll be unstoppable. All right, so obviously, you know, we're talking about a new cycle here. Like I said, there's a cycle that's ending, and you're about to begin a new cycle. But with that comes reflection. Okay, and then we have Moonstruck. The word moonstruck sounds dreamy and gorgeous, but in fact it means someone who's gone a little crazy. Oh, I didn't know that. Drawing this card means that you may be becoming obsessive or just going too far with regards to whatever situation it is you're asking about. It's like someone who says they're madly in love. Madly? Is that really a good idea? This card comes with a message to get your feet back on the ground. If you've been a little bit hysterical or histrionic, it's time to pare that back as well. Take a couple of deep breaths. Try to get your situation into perspective. There's nothing to be gained by allowing yourself to be completely and utterly overwhelmed by your emotions. Think of the cycles of the moon. The moon takes a full fortnight to move from new to full. She grows a little in size every day as she swells to her beautiful full self. So when you draw this card, you too need to allow things to progress at a more appropriate pace. Moonstruck often refers to falling so crazily in love that you just can't think straight. It sounds lovely in practice and looks great in the movies, but it's a little harder to handle in real life. So some of you might be moving too fast in a situation. You know, let the situation unfold at its own pace and with divine timing. All right, thank you for hanging out with me, guys. Thank you for clicking on like and subscribing to my channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. That will let you know when I'm posting new videos. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.